Hello YouTube. On my clock it's 23:23, like 11:11 p.m. For that reason, we will do something. See? Yeah. Like this. You could say I'm a wolf in sheep's clothes, or you could say, if you imagine some horns here, I am the big Tatanka, or whatever you think it might be. It's a fur of a sheep, you know. A very gullible and believing sheep, well, lost its fur, and now someone else uses it. It's an allegory for something. Just stick with me, I'll tell you. You know, I just want to have a little bit of philosophy right now. It's late and I'm getting into that magical kind of feeling, transcending the worlds, being tired, but not that tired as to not be conscious. And so you're floating through the worlds and feeling and enjoying and perceiving a lot of things. Actually, I was thinking about cults. The bad word, you know. Oh my god, are you lost? Have they taken over your mind? I am manipulated. Blah, 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 blah. In German, the word Kultur means, if you translate it the right way, primal cult or culture. See what I mean? Any kind of belief system that becomes adopted by more than 2 to 3 people. Let's say it like that. I mean, I've never seen a cult of one. Oh, wait, Hollywood. No, not really. It would be much wiser if they would follow the law of one. Some of you heard of that, maybe, some not. Instead of the sons of Belial, Baal, Moloch, whatever you call these entities and kind of ideas that they're portraying and trying to put into your head. It's a cult thinking. So, occult, what is this? Also a cult, culture, belief system, ideas that transform into something. It's like a contract, or more like a combination of ideas that become a believing system and people that are following it. You know, maybe it's just projections. Maybe it's just fantasies that people are so desperate out of their need for whatever the need is or might be, that they transform it into something so important and believable, and to follow it whatever comes. You know, maybe some of the so-called gurus, Guradeva, you know, just go to India. No, let's call it by its right name, Bharat. So the country that all people were told to call India because they're Indians. Yeah, maybe Indiana or Diana, a goddess, then a princess, then a sacrifice for whatever or whoever, maybe to fame, to the media, who knows? Poor creature. Or maybe not, who knows? Maybe she reincarnated as mightier than she ever was. I don't know. But I could postulate a lot of ideas, make them into some kind of law, and make people believe in that. and also make me the one that is guarding this law, and me being the one and only that they have to follow because I'm the kind of communicator between them and the mightiest of mighty. Wait a moment, then I'm like a messenger to the gods. Hey, there was a messenger, wasn't it? Hermes? Mercury? Not Freddy. Good music, by the way. I missed the times. Was I even born then? No. When was I born? What is the date that you think the date is? Maybe it's just an idea you have and it's not even whatever you think it is. Yeah, before we try to get confused, I'm not trying to confuse you. I just try to play a little bit with philosophy and make you think of things that your, let's say, day to day mind, your kind of controlled, or maybe not, maybe just too stubborn mind, or maybe too occupied mind is not willing to see. Um, yeah. So in Bharat, they have this culture, culture, yeah, you see, they have a kind of people that they put on pedestals, and then they are considered to be re- either reincarnations or actual incarnations or embodiment, let's say embodiment of higher consciousness. And this consciousness is then, let's say, not obligated, but revert to as being something or someone, something through someone that will help these people get out of their misery, their perceived conceptions of life that maybe are creating hurt and pain for them. Well, there is something that gives them hope. Hope is something so beautiful. Hopium instead of copium. Let's just hope, and faith will resolve everything for us, isn't it? So many projections. The poor canvas. You know, the guru or guruina, I don't know if there is a word like that, but let's just use it. Maybe does not even want to be put into that position. Maybe he, she, it, who knows, just fulfills its role. The It wants to live however he, she feels fit. And maybe transmitting or telling things is part of that. Trying to make other people understand the way they're seeing the world is part of that. And other people then create, well, kind of a pedestal, kind of like a big column on which they put this person or being. Then they swirl around this, they make circles, they make devotionals, they make a lot of things to show how far this ideal is from themselves and from just listening, learning, and being thankful. No, it needs to be put somewhere above one, or at least far from oneself, so as to be something that is still too hard to achieve, but at least there is someone that portrays it. And so one day, maybe if I don't do the work that I should do to clear my inner world of all the shadowy shit in my cellar, yeah, at least I can say there is something. There is something so much greater than ever me will be. Where is the self love? Where is self care? Where is the things that this one is just showing you, and not, of course, you can do a business to live out of it, but it's it's not something that is per se evil or good. It's just a possibility. But someone being there, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you have all these circles around you, more circles and circles and circles. Take, for example, Taylor Swift. If by chance you see it, nothing personal, no offense. I'm just doing the same that other people are doing with you right now. Maybe you choose that path to be a projection for all of them. And so, yeah. So Taylor Swift, let's take her, or I don't know, Trump. You could take also Trump, but he's more political. It's a little bit more complex with that. So Taylor Swift is there. She becomes a canvas for the projections of all her fans. The people she's working with are next to her. Then there come, of course, family and us, and it's a very, very inner and near circle of people that might really know how she is, at least in some aspects. I mean, most of us don't even know how we are. Who are you today? Are you the one that you've been yesterday? Are you the one that you'll be tomorrow? Who are you? What are you actually? Ask yourself these questions. Why not? Or why? Just because a weird guy with rings and kind of weird background and just talking a lot of nonsense is instigating you for that? Why? Why should you ask yourself who you are or what you are? Why are you here? Why are you listening to that? Questions. Just questions. The next circle around her might be people that from time to time have to do with her. Like, I don't know, making deals or kind of interviews or whatever. They have their imagined picture of her and the way she is or not, and then they encounter her and get to know a part of her. And yeah, it's okay. They will have their interaction and then they disappear again. But they will convey a message of how at least they perceive her to others, or through their media work maybe. I mean, I'm just using that example right now. They will show an image of her, and people around the next ring, people out of that, it's the ones that are fans, that are seeing her works, that kind of feel somehow spoken to. They, they identify with whatever they project into her. And these people, it's getting to be funny. These people usually have a lot of projections. Instead of doing themselves the things that they could do, not all of them, of course, it's just a part. Just take it with a grain of salt. Or with a corn of pepper, I don't know, whatever you like. Like, I found out how this guy's name was, Bob Ross. He was talking like this, and very super easy, and wow, like being always on drugs, but maybe he was just creative, who knows? Maybe that gave him the spark in his life. Yes. Anyway, so the people in the outer ring, the outer rim, yeah. Yes. They will project a lot of ideas into that. For example, used Taylor Swift now in the middle, and they don't know her really. They just see things and hear things and read things of her. How many really know how she is or she is not? They just project things. They create an image of her. And it's important for their identification and being in the world and whatever, fans usually. Now, let's say one in the inner ring, someone has a difficulty with her, right? This person goes to the next ring, or no, the second ring I was talking about is registering somehow that there is some clinch or something. They take this, and for very egoistical reasons, maybe they make a media posting or what the hell ever they do. And now the third ring listens to this or reads that, or however it comes to get to know that. What will they do? Is it positive? Is it negative? What actually is it? It will maybe, depending on what projections they made on her, be no, never ever. That's not, no, 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 no. My identification is threatened. I will go against that, and I will fight against this second ring, whatever person. Or another example, you have someone that is outside the third ring, and they talk bad about, because they also read this and there was something that was not, I don't know, not good or blah. So this outer person talks bad about, let's say, Taylor Swift, and in the middle of that, and goes against her. The one of the third circle is threatened and has, well, let's say it's I don't know, identification, projection, whatever. The worldview, the belief system may be crumbling, so let's have war with the outside dude. If anyone is offended by that, it's just an example. I need to use this example so as to have a comparison for what really happens in society. You know, every kind of belief system can be turned into something that you would call a cult. Take religions. What are religions other than big cults? All kind of deviation of one of the accepted big religions is a cult, at least for the ones that want to see it as a cult, you know? They need to do this so they can maintain their worldview, their identification, their false security they're building. Let's say it like this. This was no ad at all, so please. I myself, if I could say that, was in my life part of a lot of cults. Church, political, social, whatever how you want to put it. I for myself found that the best way to learn is to listen to all sides, to understand the position, not necessarily accepting everything, but just listen. You know, we have this Christian against Muslims, against Jew, against Buddhist, Hindu, all this bullshit crap. Oh my God. By the way, God. You know what my God is? I'll give you a hint. It's in your heart, in her, in his, in my heart. It's the living God. It's love. Just loving. I'm not always a good believer of that, you know. My faith is not always that strong, and so from time to time I fall from grace, and I need to be brought back up. You know, if that guy 2000 years ago was real or not, I don't know. History is a very, well, eye of the beholder thing, and a lot of things can be written. One day I'll be gone, and maybe they make whatever kind of weird thing out of me. Who knows? But actually, You know, he was talking about love. At least what I can take out of all this text that have been rewritten and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten. If I want to find hate in that, I will find it. If I want to find love, I will find it. If I read the Quran, if I want to find hate, I will find it. If I want to find love, I will find it. I can read the Torah, I can read the Talmud. If I want to find hate, I will find it. If I want to find love, I will find it. So, or all the pantheon of the gods, may it be of antiquity or the actual, how many millions do Hindus have? I don't know. I can find love in it, I can find hate in it. What am I choosing to find? What am I looking for? What is the thing that will bring me out of misery and bring me into bliss? Compassion, hope, real hope, not out of fantasies, but out of just having faith. Faith that whatever comes, somehow I'll face it, I'll live it. You know? It's love. Not the kind of Hollywood Disney stuff. No, I'm real love, compassion. Just feeling being there, diving into it. This phrase has also been used for whatever kind of ideas, but in the core, it's right. So then I could say I'm in the cult of loving. Yes, that's it. Cult of loving, wholeheartedly, as much as possible. Yes, I'm a member of that. So what are you gonna do? Hate me? Love me? I think I had a message to convey. Something deep in me told me that. So I did. So next time, just listen to all parts and then see for what you're going and what you're deciding. It's always much easier. Love does not have a reason to be there, it does not have a reason to create out of itself. Love just is, always will be, always was. We are kind of making a lot of weird stuff out of it. So, I think I had enough philosophy for tonight. I wish you a good night's sleep and be blessed and have a good start into tomorrow's day whenever you hear that video. Bye.